Okay, if we have this absolute value equation, either of these quantities, 4x plus 4 or 4x minus 3, could be positive or negative and give you, well, if 4x plus 2 is, let's say, 11, which doesn't have anything to do with this problem, but if it happens to be 11, then you get the same thing if 4x plus 2 is negative 11. Well, if you take that reasoning and think it through a little bit, you see that this equation is equivalent to saying, okay, well, 4x plus 2 could equal 4x minus 3, okay? 2 times 4x minus 3, or it could equal negative of 2 times 4x minus 3. So there are two possible ways to get a solution here. And then we solve. You get one solution, you solve, you get another solution. I didn't go through with the solution. I simply wanted to emphasize in class that this splits into two equations, and you want to review that, and you want to understand why it is. Now, if I solve this equation, I get what? I get 8x over here, so I can have 4x when I subtract that one, and I get negative 3, 8. So it looks like x equals 2 is a solution, if I did that right. Let's verify it. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 2 is 10. Okay? So, this would be 10. Now, let's see. If x is 2, 4 times 2 is 8, minus 3 is 5. 2 times 5 is 10. So we get 10 equals 10. Okay, in this case, we get 12x equals 4. X equals 1/3. Okay? Now, 1/3 times 4 is 4/3. 4/3 plus 2 is 10/3. Okay? Now, let's see. 4/3 minus 3 is 4/3 minus 9/3, which is negative 5/3. So the absolute value here would be 5/3, and 5/3 times 2 is 10/3. So I think I just got 10/3 both ways. Check me on that. So I think both of these maybe check, but whether they do or not, you can write everything out, solve it, and verify whether I did this correctly or not, because I did this in my head and it's late afternoon, so don't trust me.